Anyway, let's go again, guys. Come on, let's get that good run. Come on, let's get it. What's the temperature? 31 last I checked. Which is pretty high considering it's still evening, or it's getting into the evening hours now.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked. As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Nasty ones and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. The strangeness is, they're not native to the Dodge. Just showed up, all of a sudden.
No hunters to kill them?
Well, we've got
Thanks,
hunters, just none that want to cross over.
Appreciate it.
Boss of Chain Scrape. He is self-appointed. Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm
And
just
hey, Joe.
passing through.
How's it going?
Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
What are you talking about?
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's Sun Priest. Cranked him down yesterday, about an hour before the machine trouble started. He's a very important man, or so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one
It is
supposed
indeed
to
possible
run
to
it.
complete in under 2 hours.
Great.
If you know what you're doing, practice the strategies and
I gotta
all
find
that
Aaron.
jazz.
But it might be good to hit Chain Scrape first and upgrade my bow.
What was the story record down to again? I forgot.
Those machines must
Didn't
have
also get
torn
like
through
a
this camp.
144 or something?
This valley definitely isn't safe. It's a dead machine. That must be Chain Scrape.
Oh, it's a 42.
Dave
Damn.
said I could get my bow upgraded and
Goddamn.
might be able to tinker with my other gear too.
Outlander approaching. Is that the savior?
Best I can do.
Drinks later?
Well, that's Ozzy for you. You'd probably just watch Ozzy's run a couple of times and really study it if you want to figure out what the differences are.
This whole area is riddled with tripwires.
Hey! You! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers!
It's always something.
Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring them into the tripwires.
That's the last one.
Hello, Red.
A little better, but we'll take it.
See you're a prep.
So,
Yeah. Then
I see.
hold. Yep, more room.
I should...
Oh, you're. Did you?
Maybe. So Aaron headed south. I should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. First tracks headed up the hill. Aaron's? My focus can help me follow them. These bristlebacks are everywhere. Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Take it down. Not with those, Red.
Pretty good.
Hey, Loy. You know, you might have to meet me halfway here. Ah! God.
I'm good. Okay, I know you. What's
I need Aaron. It's just
real? I bet.
Aaron.
Come along. Listen, if you were gonna.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I'm sorry.
You?
Where's
Hey.
it's
All right. No, after you left.
Aaron?
Oh,
Listen.
are you?
Except
Well, I guess.
maybe.
No.
There's the quarry Thurles mentioned. One less machine. Another one down. One less machine. Getting somewhere. Incoming. Another one down.
Really
There.
good fight. Let's go.
Quarry's safe.
That's what we like to see.
We gotta talk.
Beautiful.
I don't know what we try, but one neck is we lost. Yeah, but check. Thanks.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Wadis the good news. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Yeah, skipping dialogue and cutscenes obviously saves a lot of time compared to casual playing. And that's why you shouldn't compare casual to speedrunning. At least in the literal sense.
Time to give Wadis to Baronlight.
We are on the same side. What? If you remove facing.
I
Say very well. So,
maybe.
I've heard all so smart yours.
I'm here.
The Empire. Got well.
Nothing.
Oh, you.
Now
Oh, the Isle should. These are.
Either.
I knew. You.
What?
Change.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you?
yeah. Well, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Baronlight. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. The way to.
Nice. Good start. Now let's get a good embassy.
Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here.
Yeah, but this is also a new game plus run where we already have set up weapons
Around too.
before starting the run on a previous playthrough.
Are you?
And we have enough resources, so we don't ever have to worry about loot.
Alright.
Normal, but no,
Where is the piece?
I'll come in.
We'll see. There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
It's a really good skip.
How? What?
Yes.
We.
Didn't
Yeah.
shut up. Why?
That's how many is the if you.
The Meridian.
That's right. Nope. Not.
Well, thank.
So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy has to...
A fearless.
Just.
I am your attention. They're about to jet and now. But
That parkour there was to get around the invisible wall.
Calling this.
I've seen
There's an invisible wall preventing you from going all the way on top until the guy comes up.
Stick to cover.
But you can jump around it later.
Machines can't protect them.
They
You
got
and
one
me
of the
now,
marshals.
Paul.
Wipe 'em out. Got him in my stuff.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it.
Nice, that was perfect. And yeah, if you've never seen the speedrun before, you probably just got your mind blown by how fast this fight went. Just saying. What's up, Fleur? Thanks for good luck. Yeah, that was a picture-perfect fight right there. Now, let's hope the game gives us a good fast roll. If we get first try fast roll here, we should have a gold split. We got first try fast roll, but apparently my goal was faster. Somehow. Oh well. It is what it is.
If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area.
I didn't think my goal was that good, but well.
Looks like the coordinates Silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he install Hades on another Titan? This is it. Location of the coordinates I scanned from the spire. The workshop.
Can you play it with mouse on PS4?
Just the kind of place Silence
There's ways to use mouse and keyboard on PS4 and PS5, but it's not native, so it's like emulating controller movement, which is not perfect. But it requires some devices that you have to buy.
Consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance.
But there's no native mouse and keyboard support on PS4 and PS5. Sony's been always talking about adding it, but here we are, and they still haven't. And I assume the reason why they don't is either one, because then developers has to optimize their games for mouse and keyboard on the platform, and two, one of the big selling points of especially the PS5 is the PS5 controller and its features. So if they go out and all of a sudden endorse mouse and keyboard, kind of takes away from that marketing. At least that's the prevailing theory as to why there's no native mouse and keyboard support. Or why Sony hasn't done it. Other suggestions also the fact that Sony doesn't, as far as I'm aware, they don't own any mouse and keyboard manufacturers.
Looks like the trail goes into the hillside.
So there's also no profit in that sense for Sony to do it.
Let's see where this goes. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. Hey, is that? Yes, even. Enough.
Hello.
Yeah.
It will trust the instance you could.
So whatever.
This is not.
So, but I can.
My account is dim. That no wall behind with a it took so. Or
all right, but just
it's your link.
Trick. Though you won't.
Hello. Thanks on it. But.
Let's not mess up the skip again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Soba. Please step inside. Please step inside. Please step inside.
Are you kidding me?
To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindle wheat plant.
Beautiful.
I'd step back if I were you.
Yeah, no problem. But I mean, I don't see why. I mean, from a company's Sony's perspective, I guess it makes sense.
Finally.
If you look at those theories, but
Then by all means.
obviously for the sake of the players on the platform.
If I find more places with this
Um,
place is flooded. And there's another
I think mouse and
gym locked door on
keyboard
the
should
other
just be a thing, maybe. Like,
side. That's where
native support for it. Or at the very least, leave it up to the developers whether or not they want to support it. Like, just make it so the console can use mouse and keyboard. And then let it be the developers that decide whether or not they want to implement it into the game. If you ask me. Because I do think there's a lot of PC-only players that probably would be more into having a PS5 if you could just use mouse and keyboard on it.
Greetings, Dr. Soba. Please step inside.
No SRAM, sorry. The run's not optimized enough for it yet, in my opinion.
That thing is huge.
Because it only saves 5
looks like
seconds,
the power's off,
and
except for
I'm
that
not
console.
particularly
Genetic profile confirmed.
I'm not particularly good at
Greetings,
it
Dr. Sobek.
yet.
Do you wish to activate Recluse Spider?
I do.
Activating.
Okay, powering it up. That doesn't sound good.
It appears to be unstable and very heavy. Be careful.
At least I've got power. And there's data here.
I'm not using it in Poseidon
Looks
either.
like this
In
recluse
Poseidon
spider
it saves
thing is
more
a
time,
testing
so
apparatus for Gaia and Hades.
once
I better take a look at that access panel.
I'm done with this grind, I probably will implement it in the next grind.
Okay. I think the circular pods are repositories. One loaded with Hades backups, the other with Gaia.
What are you waiting for?
Just right now I can save a lot more time
Hades is down,
without
but the
those
Gaia
things, so
repository is stuck.
you know me, I always value consistency more than using every strat that exists.
No more sneaking around.
Which I know some speedrunners would say is sacrilege.
Now I can.
That you're not a true speedrunner if you don't use every skip that exists. But I don't subscribe to that book of philosophy.
Another one down.
That's not gonna help you, girl.
There we go.
What are you up to? There's nowhere to hide.
Got it.
Come on, shoot at me. Not that rig.
It's a weird pattern.
You want this as much as I.
Gotta cut the main stem. Looks like there's 2 more coupling. 1 more.
Perfect fight. Let's go.
Find a way out of here. There's a current. It's heading for an exit. Might be a way under this.
That was probably the best Eric fight I've ever done. Perfect skip there. Or camera angle, whatever you want to call it.
Some kind of power room. Currents lead here. Promising.
Messed up a bit in the menu there at the end.
If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area.
Which prevented it from being a goal.
Looks like a satellite dish. If I can climb it, I should be able to reach that tall neck easily enough. The blight is worse here. If I don't get Gaia up and running, It'll be like this everywhere. More of the Utaru's land gods. Sowing the fields with blight. It's like they're still following their programming.
A surprising amount of games actually have skips like that, where if you just look in a certain spot, it gives you the checkpoint. Which is super silly, but... I mean, it's the first time we've seen it in Horizon. But for some reason, and I'm not a game developer, so I can't give you a good answer why it is, but... A surprising amount of games have skips like that, where if you just look in the right direction, you get a checkpoint.
So, and the reception is
Yeah, I got stuck in the ground there because I slided into the ignite. I should have, or I think I rolled into it. Should just have run into it
So it would not
to
gonna
prevent that from happening.
Alright.
Hey Omar, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well. Alright, let's see if we can get past tower this time. Been struggling with tower today.
This trail is the path of the land gods. It'll lead us to the cordon.
Those
Don't go
Utaru
too
look
far
like they
ahead
could
or
use
I'll
some help.
lose you.
That's fair, Fleur.
We better be ready for anything.
Oh yeah, Dead Space has a lot of skips like that, you're right.
The cordon.
I think almost...
What's left of it?
Last time I watched the Dead Space speedrun, I think half of the skips were just based on placing the camera in the correct spot and stuff like that.
Into the cave. May the land gods forgive our trespass.
Sure, somebody who has some experience with game development could probably answer why that's the case in some games.
We have to find the core of this place.
There's so much metal.
Who built this place?
Machines.
I think there's one of the GTA games that have a lot of skips like that as well.
Machines in here. We'll have to take them out.
Right behind you.
Really nice.
So this is a cauldron, where machines are born.
It looks like one, but if the land gods come and go, then they aren't just made here. They're being repaired too.
Cables are glowing.
I've seen them before. They're like an infection. That thing I said that wants us dead. It takes over places like these and makes killer machines. It's called Hephaestus.
Even the mountain is rotted to the roots.
Nice. It's that skip right there I struggled a lot with today.
Hephaestus
This time we nailed it.
all over that node. Maybe it got it.
The cables are moving.
They're drawing back.
How do we cross?
Climb up that bed.
Cables are twisted around that node on the other side. I'll see if I can get to it.
We'll wait here.
All right, let's see what we can do.
It made a bridge.
Transfer armament to Unit G. Mark 1.
Who is that?
Looks like there's another node on the other side, near that door.
Activate.
Beautiful.
Matrix 5.
It's a really good top.
Unit G. Mark.
Who is Hephaestus? What does it want with this place?
It's taken over facilities before to build deadly machines. But it wasn't always hostile. They used to be part of something good. We have...
Restart from save there.
We have to get down there.
Makes it so you don't have to wait for the
That dome of light.
override to or charge again.
Yeah. There should be a node I can override nearby to shut it down.
More machines are coming.
Take care of them, Aloy. Then I'll get the big guy. It's done.
Beautiful. Nice. Let's go.
My focus is showing holograms on it.
It looks like Hephaestus has been upgrading the security grid on the cauldrons.
Really nice.
The data's been corrupted. Not sure I can do much about that right now. And my focus doesn't recognize some of these. Must be machines I haven't seen yet.
Got what you need?
Yes.
Let's press on then.
Greetings, graduates of Cradle 9. Welcome to the regional... Error. Unauthorized access detected.
That doesn't sound good.
Also, it seems like my chat is working again, by the way.
I don't think so.
Wait.
At least,
oops.
not directly.
Took a corner too many there.
What exactly is this place?
Unauthorized access.
Seen anything like it before?
Initiating facility lockdown.
No.
Stay out.
What's going on?
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here. And I think it's trying to keep us out. I'll scout ahead, see if there's a way to get us in.
You sure we shouldn't come with you?
Well, yeah, Minerva could be dangerous. Let me make sure it's safe.
Okay.
We'll be right here if you need us.
Okay, I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
Alert. Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva. And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. And we can start fixing the blight, the storms.
Beautiful skip right there.
And maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up? Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place.
Alert. System core penetrated. I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control.
So this was supposed to be the lab.
That was its intended purpose. Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
That's like basically every video game character. They kind of have to have
like
external dialogue, otherwise you can't hear their thoughts, I guess.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy.
Guess that's just a thing in video games.
Hi.
All you.
Yeah. Maybe a while they had.
Yeah.
Do you know
They prom.
the?
This the company.
Okay.
This the.
Yes. They didn't wait. This are you?
Yeah.
What? Hey.
Yeah. When and the ability.
And our means. What?
When the sub so ether mind, but they.
What about
beside my that I'm agreed on as.
Okay. Ether. Set aside.
Where again?
I even saw somebody try to explain it, that Aloy is saying it out loud to record it on the focus. To keep her fort safe.
Can you...
Which, I guess, I mean, that kind of works as an explanation if you want to go that route.
Okay. I need to bring Ether
But
back for
yeah, I saw somebody say that at one point.
By the west exit. But I could head back east first.
Because that's why she talks out loud.
Doing after the attack.
Yes.
Or I could also
That doesn't explain all the dialogue, so...
The Tenakth clan
you know.
lands. Somewhere out there's 3 of Gaia's subfunctions. And who knows what else. Hold still.
Very nice. It's a really good start to the run of the first 30 minutes. Especially because my PB, the best part of my PB was like the first 40 minutes. So if I can just keep up with my PB like this for the first 40 minutes, then there was plenty of time to save after that. I mean, they know their customers, Russia. A lot of people have been asking me why I fly a little south before flying to towards the Grove here. It activates the campfire that we use for Las Vegas, and it's slightly faster to activate it now than it is to fly south from the Grove. Because there's a campfire on the mountain, so we don't have to fly low to get that campfire. We can just keep our height and just hit it and then fly to the Grove. So it saves time on when we go to Las Vegas later. But a lot of people have asked why I don't just fly in a straight line there. That's the reason.
I'm getting close to Ether's location. Guy said it would be in some kind of physical processor. An ancient ruin. Turned into a Tenakth stronghold? Could Ether...
Straight lines are boring. There'll be plenty of straight line flying later in the run.
Not anything. Is that...
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, flying in general gets kind of boring when you're doing a speedrun, to be honest. I mean, so does riding a mount, I guess, from A to B, like we would do otherwise, but at least with a mount you have to take a few more turns.
I'll do what you want, but
you speak. Few more turns and avoid certain things, whereas with the flying mount you just fly a straight line, not much to it. Yeah, Twitch seems to have some issues today. I don't know what's up. My chat has been acting weird all day. But some people have said they haven't noticed anything, so I don't know. But yeah, my chat has been weird. I'm pretty sure I missed probably half of the messages in chat due to lag on the stream or in the stream chat. So I'm sorry, but can't do anything about it. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. At least I'm sorry. I mean, it also feels weird to be sorry because I can't do anything. Like, it's literally not my fault. I think whatever server that's running the chats are just having a little bit of a poop today. It is what it is, I guess.
Ground's getting steeper, air's getting cold. Should be getting close to Stonecrest.
Yo, Padman, thanks for the 20-month freeze up. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the continued support. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. 20 months.
Flying there. Look at that. This must be Stonecrest. Cthulhu should be waiting for me. But where's Cthulhu?
Is that the champion? This guy moving. Some others. We should might order all the.
Not. So?
The boat. So will I not.
Never.
What are you doing? On me.
Should be good. Hey, Gladiator. How are you doing?
Here it is. The bulwark.
Cthulhu.
Let I have my.
Nice.
I have my orders. And I'll see them through. Now come. This way.
Enemy your enemies. Blood of the 10. Let them look well.
Well, this is a warm welcome.
An outlander and a maimed marshal.
That well might not be as strong as Dakota thinks it is. I need to get down to the base of it and check it out.
Beaten already, Outlander.
Oh, just you wait. No crunch on it. I need to get a little distance from the wall in order to scan it properly. Just what I thought. There's something metal in there. Oh, that rock is interfering with the scan. Sorry. But how? I might be able to climb up on the left side of the wall, near that waterfall. The power core. I'll bet if I blew it up. But how? Well, can't do anything else here. Better go find Cthulhu.
There you are.
Alright, let's get a good fight up here.
Maybe I should see if there's anything we can use to take that thing down. My focus now.
Load up, squad! Soon we march! The Sky Clan will take the big mistake. Honor is everything.
Set him off.
Die with us.
Pretty good. Even though I feel like I'm fairly consistent with that fight now, it always makes me nervous going into it. Takes so little to mess it up.
Here it is. But you don't just need a cannon. You need a miracle.
Coming right up.
Well, go on.
Okay. Gotta blast away some rocks. It's working!
Nothing's exploding.
Maybe I should go up there, see if everyone's alright. And find this chaplain, Elkjaer.
Very nice. On
Might
to the
also be a good
greenhouse.
idea to resupply before I head back out.
No, the scanning birds are the sky drifter. Glinthogs are like the smallest of the birds. The ones that either shoot fire or freeze. Or plasma if they're apex, I guess. I think they shoot plasma when they're apex. It's just Glinthogs in the first game, Zero Dawn, were notoriously annoying to fight. This game, maybe it's just because you don't see them a lot in the main quest.
Coordinates the guy.
They're not that big of a deal, but in Zero Dawn they were a bit of a pain, especially for speedruns. Hey, Matt. How's it going?
I need to get past these hostiles and into the ruins.
Kill her with arrows! Huh?
Oh!
A little stuck on the ground there. He managed to get a hit on me
Looks
there.
like some sort of old office complex.
The greenhouse. Full automated solutions.
A metal flower. Either should be right beyond that door. But those vines are blocking the way. I need to find another way in. A room with no way out. Great. Whoever they are, they want me dead. I better be careful.
Crap. Can't see him.
She got someone else.
Where is he?
Got you now!
Fucking hell, man.
I really wish these people would have talked to me instead of trying to kill
Yeah.
me. Oh no, I need to find
Dang
a way
it.
out of this courtyard.
That sucks.
I'm looking.
I believe these consoles were meant to be operated in unison, but I'm not sure.
Okay, here we go.
Following your lead. The ancestors have shown us the way.
Come on, let's go.
You want me to come with you?
It took both of us to open up that tunnel, didn't it?
Goddamn Quinn.
With those soldiers.
Fire gleam.
Way
Better stand back.
Slaughtered the barbarians. Okay. Well, that was loud.
Through here. According to the map, the exit should be this way.
I'll be glad to get back above ground.
Yeah, it feels like a tomb down here. Machines.
We can fight them, or try to sneak past.
Okay then.
Your call.
A vent. I think I can pull it open. Got it.
I'm right behind you. Where are you going?
I think I can move these things.
Pretty good movement there.
There we go.
It looks like the one we used at the first station.
This should help.
There's consoles up here too.
No way to get to them. You stay put. I'll see what I can find. There we go.
That looks like some sort of conveyor. You think you can move it over to me?
Yeah.
But to be
If you
fair,
can
the
hop on
concrete
top of it, I
walls
can
you
get
are
you to
breaking
those
down are
consoles.
probably not 1,000 years old.
Exactly.
But still, it looks a little too easy.
Hold it there. Let me just...
Nonetheless.
I jumped on top.
I'd imagine some of the Roman concrete and around Italy probably wouldn't break like that either.
Aloy,
Hold on.
would you mind warning me next time you decide to, blow up a wall?
I'll, try.
That's good. Jumping over. Made it. I'm at the console. Wait. There's data here. A lot. But it's blocked. Something's restricting access. If I can't get past it, my mission here is doomed.
Alva, I'll help. If I can, okay? But first we have to get out of here.
Right. We need to open the hatch. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm unlocking a storage unit. There should be a power
I found the
cell
energy cell.
inside. Then you need to find a way into the generator room.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay. That brought power. Okay. We need to operate both consoles simultaneously to open the hatch.
I'll get to the other console.
Ready when...
We need to keep moving. Test Station Ivy can't be far off.
Another maze. The road to truth is never a straight line.
No, I'm not. I am spent most of my life in a place far to the east. This is it.
We both traveled a long way then.
Alright, let's get a good fight here.
Okay. Let's find a way to get into the proving ground.
Get up, please. Thank
That
you.
complex should be test station Ivy.
It's so still. Whoa! Into battle!
It's one of those machines!
It can turn invisible?
Really good shooting.
Amazing.
We're gonna have to take it out to get into the
but
test station.
Amazing.
You with me? There has to be some data. We're gonna have to take it out to get into the test station. This console's still operational. Another log.
We're done in every way. The reeds work.
Yes.
The dialogue being a bit misaligned there.
Should I just wait here? You've returned. Shall we continue?
It looks like my chat is lagging again, guys. So sorry if you're typing in chat right now, I just can't see it.
So all their efforts were in vain. They ran out of time.
At least we have the software module they created. It should get rid of the vines produced by the metal flowers.
The Twitch API has just been broken all day.
There's one back at our camp. The map showed a path leading back there past the next room. Now what?
Now, we get to that data core.
I don't know. Just seemed like Twitch is having some issues, or Amazon servers, whatever. At least. I don't know, because I'm not doing anything and OBS is not telling anything is wrong, so... Can only assume it's,
Flowers blooming.
Can only assume it's, something related to Twitch or Amazon.
Door's clear now.
The data core looks intact.
Time to bring Demeter home. Demeter? It's time to go home. To Gaia.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Demeter's subordinate function to original code.
There we go. Good greenhouse.
Yeah, like... Nothing.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready.
Yo, Fairy Phoenix, thank you so much for the 12-month pre-sub. A full year.
I must discuss an important
Thank you so much for your continued support. I really hope you're doing well. It's a very long time to support, so I really appreciate it. And welcome to the Purple Focus Club.
I was able to unlock another room in the main.
There, you...
Let's
look.
And Greed Stonegate with 14 months. Thank you so much as well.
Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know
Really
about.
appreciate the continued support from you as well. And hope you are doing well too.
Almost didn't
Thank
make
you.
it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy...
And thanks for the bit.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this?
Try my best, but there's still a lot of run left here.
Alright.
Still an hour left of the run, or thereabouts, so gotta stay level-headed. Just take it one split at a time.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
So, exploring another far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
236 contain.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone.
Right, let's not mess this up.
Here it comes! There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear. Aloy! Ah!
Erend!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Erend, I'm here.
Watch out.
Shield's
That
down.
thing's shooting down the center.
It's on the move.
Got your back,
Stay
Aloy.
put. I'll see what I can do.
It's the second you need me, I'm there.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so
Really nice
invincible
beta
after
split.
all.
Really nice. Let's go.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl.
Welcome back.
Where's our guest?
Hey.
Thanks, Gaia.
Glad you...
So, about I'm guess that yeah, some okay, no, what? Not the same. You did. I cellular, and I spent also. But what? When I did, I thought, but I think. So you know how did? Well, before what? Kind of. You were coming. They're what? We're never. Hey, you're here. I have sent you and okay.
How'd it go?
So I guess we won't be.
Nice. On to the goal route.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Acaro and Marshal Catallo await you within.
The core route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaro's throne.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Thank you, Cham.
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins, turned into a fighting ring.
Hey, yeah, but they...
I'll...
Good talk.
They're on through the... We've said, but if she will...
You hold, you make...
That's
good. There's armor in that chest. Take it. It might be.
We celebrate skill and courage.
The marshals shall stand again.
We honor the marshals who fell.
I've got some shards riding.
Mr. Cote.
My strength is yours.
Slugs, of course.
In the name of the...
Look, come.
Okay. Hikaro's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
But we must hold. And look. We
Alright,
are
let's
not
get a good
alone
fight here.
in this fight.
Hold them back! Defend the cool route! Good aim! Keep firing, Aloy! The weapons along the sides! Use them! Where are they going? Nice hit! Go on, Aloy! Fire the cannon!
Hopefully they cannot fire a few shots from that ballista.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down!
Finally.
Let's go.
I hate these things. Regala went after Hikaro and Catallo. I gotta get to them.
We got out here, Captain Champion!
Get to the chief!
This is it. Aether's below. Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten...
Very nice, cool route. On to Las Vegas.
Aloy, I'm glad you have returned, and I see you have recovered ether.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Ada has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it.
Good mount pick up there. Glad to see it.
This must be the ruins of Las Vegas. Poseidon shouldn't be far.
Suboptimal route. I mean, it's not necessarily. I mean, time-wise, it's not, but. But in terms of the recommended levels,
Gaia said this is where
even
I
though
find Poseidon, but
those tend to be
ruins out
laughably
here are exposed to the
stupid,
elements. A lot of them are buried in the sand.
you know, it's the not the route you're supposed to do it, I guess.
That's true. I might be able to find a way down through water's pouring out of the building. Poseidon's doing it?
Levels mean nothing, true.
To drop over
Enough something behind that tarp. Hello? Yeah. What? What's the...
The Mark II.
You...
Yeah.
Because
Early drop. Well, you...
Without
Ham. What is it? You got...
Hey.
More. Come on.
Oh.
Fair enough. Part.
And...
There's a bud.
A few minutes.
All right, Stammer.
I'm on it.
About...
Moreland.
Great.
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here. Some kind of drone. Is it watching over this area? Might have some useful data. But how to get up there? Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great. Hit the mark! The kneecap. Good. One.
Really good.
That takes care of the machine parts. Just gotta grab the compressed air capsule from Moreland's diving bubble.
Sublex.
Got the compressed air capsule.
What can...
I've got... I think...
I won't work.
Nice gold split. Love to see it.
It's something I think...
Well, like we... Let's...
What?
Image...
Tiny...
For that...
Wait.
You can switch between them.
Time to see if this thing works.
You can switch between them. Land mount or flying mount.
I can actually...
No.
Down here.
Please, game.
Diving mask seems
Getting
to be
me like stuck in the wall there.
Never been able to swim this deep before.
Terrible start to the swimming here.
Nautical lights. Must be Poseidon's doing. That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding. Whoa! That machine. There's no way I can fight that thing underwater. I'll have to be careful. This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome. No door on either side. That's what the side and right there. I don't think I can get to it without the machine spotting me. I gotta find a way to deal with it first. Warren said he saw a red light near the floor when the water rushed in. Almost like a warning. From some kind of alarm system? There. Red light.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump.
We just use the ground or land mount there because it gives some stat boost that makes that fight a lot easier.
I can fight that big machine on dry ground.
Because you get a bonus for damage bonus for shooting on a mount, and you can't shoot from a flying mount.
According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. See if that helped. There. One node down. Better swim back up and find the other node. According to the map, the maintenance stations should be at the south end of the dome. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node.
Very nice.
Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. There's red light in that tower, just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. How to get in? I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge. Looks promising. There should be a console in here. That did it! Okay. The purge left these machines behind.
Right, let's not mess up the Tide River.
Deal with the big one first.
Places, fellas. Get to that overhead.
Down it goes!
You
been better, but we'll take it.
Should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring it home. Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console.
God. I am so sweaty right now. The heat is still just getting me. At least it's not my hands, it's like my forehead is just like drenched. Oh well, okay. It is healthy to sweat once in a while, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's been stupid hot in Europe with the heat wave.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system.
True, I have a towel right next to me, but there's not enough opportunities in this run to take your hands off your controller to wipe yourself. Or wipe the sweat off, I mean. Maybe I should get like a headband. It was 36 degrees here today. It was just ridiculous.
Has to work. It's not to have to climb back up.
Whatever she did.
If more.
Pretty good Las Vegas. My swimming was kind of bad, but everything else was good. Swimming could have been a little bit more clean. We'll take it. Won't put down. A little loud, aren't? I know.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Could start growing grapes, yes. I mean, there are grapes being grown in Denmark, but that's usually inside greenhouses. Not literally outside, as far as I'm aware. Soon you'll be able to buy Danish wine on the regular.
Aloy, I hear you're heading to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Nice, Auntie. Enjoy it. Maybe at some point I'll go back and clean up the rest of the trophies and get a platinum. I don't know. We'll see if I care enough. I like Stray, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Usually I don't care about trophies all that much. Trophies just ain't really my thing anymore. I used to care a lot about them, but I just can't find myself caring most of the time these days. Even though I'm still would say I'm a completionist when I play games, more or less. So I do get a lot of trophies from that, but I would care more about getting like 100% in-game than trophies. Because those two things, sadly these days, are not the same thing. Most games, the trophies are a lot easier to get than the... what's it called? Most of the time, the trophies are way easier to get than 100%ers these days.
Okay, time to cross the water, look for landfall. Not here. That's strange. Well, what's stopping me from taking a boat? No one's guarding this side of the ferry either. Where are the Quen? They're in landfall, I guess. I'm gonna go find it. Should be to the northeast.
Mountain pickup.
So these are the ruins of San Francisco. An entire city of crumbling towers. And somewhere buried out here is Thebes. I hope Alva and the Quen can help me find it.
Yeah. Then Reese. Then we will.
No. It's true. Okay. Off to the big pyramid to fight the Thunderjaw.
Barbarian!
Run, stranger!
The machine
There's a
will
killer
kill
machine
you!
about!
There you are. I guess we're doing this.
You killed that machine!
Your CEO sent me. I need to speak to Alva.
By all means, then. Open the gates!
The legacy tells us
Beautiful.
that Elizabeth Sobek helped the ancestors
Beautiful.
cast aside all obstacles.
Time for Thebes.
And so it has been today.
You have been true to your word. I'm pleased. Thebes awaits us below, shall we?
Quite an excavation.
Much of this was flooded. We had to pump a great deal of water out.
This water's warm. It's almost like a hot spring. Look at that thing. It's huge. It goes all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I got it. Whew.
Looks like an
Oh, I thought I messed it up.
exercise
Whew.
room.
That didn't look correct to me, so I got really scared.
It's pretty big, too. Look at this
I
place.
thought I was too far to the right.
Pretty fancy for a
But no,
survival
we're
bunker.
safe. Oh, had me a little worried there.
Emergency exit initiated.
Sorry if I scared you guys. But that looked like the wrong angle to me. But we're good, thankfully.
Look at this place. The grandeur. Pharaoh's domain. Excellent. Somewhere in here, Pharaoh left his secrets.
I think this way might lead down.
Excellent. Remember every detail of his, Bohai, with austerity.
We have to fight!
That's right.
Got a moment before it thaws.
You got vulnerabilities! Avoid
Not a bad hit. There. It is done.
Probably if I could have been a little better. I'll take it though.
Well fought.
Where's Overseer Bohai?
An impressive setup.
Made a minor adjustment to the gene therapy regimen and added a new cocktail to treat the symptoms caused by the mutations. Hopefully, there will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted will do to us if there isn't. The early results were so
Not the liquor cabinet.
no signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but now... Oh, if only I had access to
Being
my
trapped for
old
the rest
lab
of your
in
life
Bangkok,
without a liquor
or
cabinet.
my old colleagues,
The horror.
or my old liquor cabinet.
Scariest part in the game.
Got to stay positive. For Kenya.
You...
That mug was in the Finnish news? Damn. I mean, we did break some records in Denmark today, so...
Look at all this equipment. We are getting closer to the heart of this place. I can feel it. Ah, is that a vent of some sort? Not a bad idea. She's gone. Did she make it to the other side?
A console. Here they come.
We have no
Engaging target!
Pharaoh rigged the reactor to overflow if he dies. We have to run.
Shoot her! Give them cover!
shaking! Run!
More soldiers, up ahead! Soldiers, above us!
Ancestors guide me! Over here! I'll take her down.
We're close now! Come on! have a mega clearance.
Blood Phoebes.
We should.
Nice. Didn't expect it to be a gold, but I'll definitely take it. Can't complain about a gold split.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called...
Welcome back. Aloy.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite run killer, Gemini.
Aloy.
We don't.
Good luck.
Beta, it's tell me what if alone the own and it busy so I see I leave me. You're right. So what? I don't know. I look you erased. What's beta? It's the different process. The day he won he what it was it's even but it, you don't oh you're right. But you yes if it I don't okay. I prom to make it up.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
There, let's go.
Time to fight.
That's all of them for now. I better check on Beta and Varl.
It's not great, but I'll take it. Missed like one rope there. Not the end of the world.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right? What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I think those metal carriers will reach where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Festus is hiding too. I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Fuck.
I gotta find a way past this shield.
Hey! Come on, not like this. Get up there.
Maybe they... Okay.
Where is he?
How to drive Festus out of here. There should be a node you can override. Near the central platform. Thanks. Maybe I should deal with these machines first.
More losing time. Oh, fucking garbage.
Intruder, your company is at hand.
Oh, great. More machines on the way.
Execute contingencies.
Beta! Festus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control
Not as
of the
bad as
node.
I thought, but
You should be able to override it now.
still could be better than that.
Thanks.
God, that skip. Whatever. Still a good
Sounds
pace.
like it fled
On
to
to the next
another
room.
chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable. Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find out over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it.
It's just I could save a lot of time there if that had gone well.
I've
But
managed to
whatever,
rewire
that's
most of the
fine.
components in the core, but the energy processor's
God
cracked.
damn.
Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out of here. Got it.
Autonomous defenses deployed.
Oh, here we go again.
This doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
We got him.
And there. Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Pretty good chamber 2. A little scary, but really good.
Okay. Hephaestus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
Powerful. Whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repair.
I should scan it first. Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. It's done.
You did it!
Beautiful.
There should be one more node to override.
Besides the skip, that was
No
a pretty
more
good
hiding,
gem.
Hephaestus.
Just a shame about the skip.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Aloy. The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100.
Very nice. Just a shame we didn't get the big time save.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and done so soon.
I've got more important things to worry about. Erend, are you there?
Aloy.
I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Over here.
I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget. Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Got it. Hilda, I'm in the air.
But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Alrighty. 2 more quests to go.
Race? Well, they definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head. Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Just got override it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to
One
that.
still. Alright, gotta finish strong here. My PB was really good on these last couple of splits, so gotta stay level-headed here. And focus in on the remaining.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the grove. Pulse from the Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
Alright, let's get a good fight here with the Regala.
Alright, here we go. All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
Soon your blood will be mine!
Beautiful.
Oh, wrong. More my no, because I'm getting so time and fall. Don't be.
I'm also being overrun by mosquitoes right now, but I can't really close my window. Also, I don't want to close my window because it's fucking hot. Hey, Tyler. Everything is against me right now.
Oh, looks like I can open that door.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us.
Whatever. Just gotta clutch out the ending here. Yeah, I guess that's the problem with me moving into this new house, is there's a lot of nature around, and that means mosquitoes this time of year. But whatever, it's... I can live with it. Small price to pay. It's not that bad. I think it's just like one that's been like flying around me. And I killed another one that's while flying towards the Tolnik, so I need to get AC. And AC is not a thing here. I mean, I'm sure I probably could get it, but I don't want to spend the money on it. Have you seen what electrical bills look like these days? I don't have window screens, but I could buy one.
Don't think I can fly through that shield.
I'm definitely not gonna buy an AC. What, do I look like a millionaire? The electrical bill would be insane. The electrical bill isn't even 200 a month. That sounds pretty cheap. Yeah, I don't know what mine is. All I know is I don't want to get something that increases my electrical bill right now. Not with the way prices are going at the moment with this insane inflation.
We're calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Get up, please. If prices ever stop going crazy and lay down out, then maybe AC for next summer. Please, mount. Mount, no! Pick me up! Not like this. Come on. Thank you. Oh, fuck you, you stupid dumb bird. Fuck you. That's probably the 53 gone. You know. It might have cost me the 53. Whatever. Let's finish strong. Stupid fucking bird, man. Sunwind is like so goddamn frustrating to deal with. Yeah, rip 53 unless I gold something. Basically need to gold both for the last two split.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Whatever. Time machine filth.
Aloy, we're... Time machine filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as all but hurries.
Just do the best you can. Felt that, didn't ya?
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Okay.
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have him.
Erend? Is everyone alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Izo told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's...
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
I better scan that thing first.
No!
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Fucking hell! Man, that shit!
That ice ought to make it brittle. Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
Soon we will be all that is left of the human race.
No.
A few more hits. Oh!
Drink the potion, Aloy.
It's over.
You gotta be fucking kidding me! What the fuck? Are you Fuck this game! Fuck this fucking game.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
Fucking bullshit.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
Unbelievable, man. That is so fucking stupid.
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds.
This would have been a 50 fucking free.
Nemesis from Hades.
If the Mount had picked me up in the fucking water like he didn't fucking do.
Moment, I knew
and then tell that as soon as I shoot, shock. Who the hell thought it would be a good idea to put 2% shock chance on a weapon?
2 point. You ruined my plan.
Why is that in the game?
But brought you
it is so fucking stupid. I fucking hate that mechanic. It is so incredibly dumb. I can't even conceive how dumb it is.
Planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database and begin a new chapter in my pursuit.
Thank you, Albert, for the sub. Sorry, I'm fucking frustrated that a run that is so good. This run was so good. And then it's just taken away from me like that. At the very end.
I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to
of course this would happen eventually.
And
of course it
everything?
would.
Stay.
Remember what we talked about? That someday one of my runs are gonna die because of that 2% chance happening? Well, here it is. I mean, I still got a record. Great. It's almost a perfect run. Or not a perfect run, but you know what I mean. It would have been such a perfect time to get a 53 and then just get fucked like that at the end. Fucking sucks. It is so incredibly stupid that stuff like that can ruin a PB. Look how good this run was, and then we just get shitted on at the end to complete RNG.
If she were here in your place,
oh, I fucking hate that so much.
That shuttle, Aloy.
Well, world record. Hallelujah.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the 10.
Goodbye, Silence.
Well, I thought I was gonna be done with this category after this run, at least for a while. But I guess tomorrow we are doing more attempts.
She looks okay.
Because this run was not good enough. This run was just not good enough. So more runs tomorrow.
You did it.
Even though I played basically as good as I should for 153, the run wasn't good enough. Because I get screwed by RNG. Fuck it. Sorry, I just need to vent my frustration because that is some incredible BS.
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
I know people always say, oh, be happy, you got a world record, yada yada yada. Yeah, I did. I'm happy. Improved my time.
To need all the help you can get.
But, like, it just feels like I've been robbed of like having an amazing record right now.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
Whatever. We'll keep going, I guess. Because apparently I'm not playing good enough to just get the time I deserve. Oh well, more attempts tomorrow.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth.
Let's actually look at the run here. Daunt was really good. Embassy was really good. Igniter was really good.
Than the one you fought.
Latopolis was basically perfect. Tau was really good. Grimhorn was really good. Base was really good. Katalo Skip could have been a little better. Bulwark was really good. Quen was terrible.
About the distant hope of creating
Greenhouse was really good. Beta was really good. Coalroot was really good. Diving mask was perfect. Las Vegas was good besides the swimming.
My friends have a
San
new
Francisco
mission.
was really good. Thebes was
To spread the word
really good.
and ask for help.
Protect Beta was solid. Chamber 1 was terrible.
Because
Chamber 2 was really good.
I've only just started to
Slaughter's Man was
understand.
really good. Regala was basically perfect.
People of this world
Pastina skipped. The Mount
have
didn't
the
pick me up.
strength to fight any
Eric
battle.
was really good. And then Spectre Prime, we got fucked. By the 2% chance.
The ingenuity to solve any problem.
So yeah, the run was basically extremely good. But all the hard work of the first hour and 40 minutes of the run
To overcome
was
any
just
obstacle.
taken away from us at the very end. It's a new record. I'm supposed to be happy, but I can't feel happy with how
To
that ended.
rise after any setback.
I don't care. It's a new record. Whatever. I'd much rather just get a better record tomorrow.
I can't say
So
I'm not
yeah,
afraid.
I'll be back tomorrow with more attempts, I guess.
What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside.
Also, I just want to clarify as well, because I don't think I even mentioned it. Like, with how that Tilda fight started, before I shot the Bolt Blaster, I think it was good enough to possibly be a gold split. Just to emphasize that as well. It would have been a 53, because I'm pretty sure I would have golded Tilda if I had not gotten that stupid 2% shock. In case you want to know why I got so frustrated. But whatever, GG. On to the next one.